chairman of the board, so I'll be kind of running the meeting here. We'll start with the roll call.
Mr. Zollinger?
Here.
Mr. Anzetta?
Here.
Mr. McGinnis?
Here.
Mr. Lamiel? Ms. Clevenger?
Here.
Okay, so 4 out of 5 of the board members are present, so we have a quorum. Just so you know, for any motion we make, any action we take, 3 board members need to vote yes for that motion to pass. So with the 5th person not here, we still need 3 votes. Obviously, we need a majority of that anyway. Next item on the agenda is the minutes for the consideration of the June 24th, 2026 meeting, which is our last meeting. I'll entertain a motion to approve those minutes.
So moved.
In a second?
Second.
Go ahead and call it.
Ms. Clevenger?
Yes.
Mr. McGinnis?
Yes.
Mr. Anzetta?
Yes.
Mr. Zollinger?
Abstain. Okay, now we'll get to the 3 variance requests that we have tonight. And if you have a copy of the agenda, we'll just go down in that order if that's okay with everyone. What we'll do is, for each variance request, every person gets to get up and, if you can stand at the podium, start by telling us your name and your address and who you are. I'll let people speaking in favor of the variance go first. If there's anyone that has a problem with the variance, I'll let them get up and speak as well. You may interject with questions. I may or may not, depending on what's going on. I do that. I'm an attorney, kind of how we were trained. We're not trying to be antagonistic. That's how I've been trained to get information. So please don't get upset or get worried. It's just how I'm trying to find things out. And then we'll like talk amongst ourselves. Then we'll make a motion one way or the other on the variance request. So with that, go ahead and announce the first variance request for the record.
Application ZBOA 26-8, Ian Smith, 1292 Laurel Avenue Southwest. A variance requesting a reduced rear and side yard setback as required by NCO 1133.08A for a shed to be placed 3 feet from the rear property line and 2 feet from the side property line.
Okay, so what we'll do is whoever wants to speak in favor or for the variance, the applicant or whoever, can get up and speak first. And then just give me your name and your address for the record as you get up there. Now, just so you know also, you and everybody who talks, this is all being recorded. So it's important you just talk clearly. You don't have to shout or anything. Try not to talk. We'll try not to talk over each other. If you're asked a question, avoid shaking of your head, nodding. Try to say yes or no or I don't know. It just makes it easier for the record to be established if we needed to type this out for some reason. So with that, go ahead, sir.
Thank you guys for your time tonight. My name is Ian Smith, 1292 Laurel Avenue Southwest. My wife, Erica. Appreciate you guys taking time to be with us. I'll give a brief description and then hopefully you can learn more as we go through the slideshow here. The southeast corner of our lot has a gravel pad on the left, which was left behind from the previous shed. It was there when we bought it, the house, the property. Underneath and alongside that pad is a dense root network from a decaying tree, which we had removed for safety reasons. The full system of those roots could not be extracted without destroying the pad and dangerously slinging gravel around by the stump grinder. So we tried to remove it, but the roots had gone underneath the pad, and with the stump grinder there, it would have been a situation where we really would have been throwing the gravel all over the place to try to clean those roots up. So that's the reason the shed couldn't sit a full 5 feet from the property line. Meaning the standard setback would mean building directly over that root network, which would force the structure well above grade. Like if we wanted to get it level, we would have had to level out the pad on top of those roots, and it would have had to be built up pretty well, probably a good 1.5 to 2 feet, which would have led to an elevated structure, possibly an unstable foundation. I didn't really want to take that risk. It would also push the structure deep into the yard, cutting into the lawn space where our kids play. At least of our worries, but The structure is 12 by 14 feet. It's under 200 square feet. It sits entirely within the footprint of the pre-existing gravel bed. This isn't a request for a special privilege. It's inherited condition. I feel anybody facing the same situation would be asking for the same if they were trying to remove the shed, the old shed, which was deteriorating, and replace with it. I submitted written statements from 2 neighbors in support of the shed remaining where it is, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Yeah, I think we received the email, well, from John Myers, the attorney, I think lives behind you.
He lives right next door.
Next door, and then, there was an email from Mr. Leahy, I believe. Yeah, so we did receive those, and we've read through those, and we received the pictures of the old shed and the new one and everything else that was submitted. And what I drove by it, I saw the picture of the new one also, I think you sent, but I also drove by your property and it looks really nice. Why how is it allowed to be built without this? Usually people come to us before things are built,
Right.
so what happened?
So I'll take responsibility for this. I had a builder from Amish country. We worked the whole contract out. In the fine print, they don't clear the permits. They are, I think they're a registered builder in North Canton, or they wouldn't have been up here building it to begin with. But I expected them to clear a permit and to look into that, and
Okay,
they didn't. So landowner, responsibility falls on us.
and that's fair enough. Anybody have any other questions?
I had the same question.
All right, anything else, or?
No, I don't think so. There was a picture there of the, there's some of the root structure that was left behind, and then there's also the tree which was decaying. Well, so here's the mulch pile on the right, the old shed, obviously. We removed as much as we could of the mulch pile, but it's just, we got into so much gravel on the bottom that, we just couldn't remove the roots, once we got underneath the heap of that pile.
Yeah,
That's where we ended up with.
all right. All right, thank you, appreciate it.
Thank you guys.
Anybody else want to speak on behalf of or against this application? City have any comments on this?
Zoning requires 5 foot the property line. I believe building code has setback as well. They were registered. I did stop out, did project, they're about 8% done, they were working on the roof when I stopped out there. A stop work order was not put in place because they were registered, they didn't have a permit, they were very cooperative, that is procedure, so they did apply, I think, that day. I don't know if it was you that I talked with or the contractor, but they were very, very good to submit for the permit, and then once the permit was reviewed and sent back for changes, the structure was already in place.
Okay. And, so it's Mr. Weaver, right?
Weaver Barnes, yeah.
Weaver Barnes, okay. And, that shed was within the 5 foot too, right? And it was built a long time ago.
Pre-existing.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I personally don't have a problem with your variance. I think this is why we have variances, is they have this mechanism to improve the property. You're not creating a more restrictive use, and it definitely looks better than that, your old one.
All right, which was the goal.
Yeah, and I can understand and appreciate the hardship of dealing with, roots like that and everything, so. I don't know if anybody else has any comments or more questions? If not, I will make a motion to approve this variance. Call the roll when you get a chance.
Ms. Clevenger,
Yes.
Mr. McGinnis,
Yes.
Mr. Anzetta,
Yes.
Mr. Zollinger,
Yes. Okay, the variance is granted, so
Thank you.
congratulations. Yep. Next item on the agenda, then you just read it off when you get a chance.
application ZBOA 26-10, 700 North Main Street. A variance requesting relief from NCO 1151.06, requiring 1 building sign per entrance to allow 3 additional building signs.
Okay, thank you. Whoever's here to speak on behalf of this request can approach this again, your name and your address for the record.
Good evening. My name is Cindy Bellucci. I'm with Archer Science Corporation. It's at 1917 Henry Avenue Southwest, Huntington. I'm here to request that a variance for 3 additional signs for this location on behalf of Plaza Source, which is the new company that is going into the Family Dollar location. This property is situated at 700 North Main and on the corner of 7th Street Northeast, so it's got 2 access points. The Family Dollar currently had 2 signs on the west elevation and 2 on the south elevation. We just like to keep the same signage that's that is showing up there right now.
Okay, yeah, the code only what does it allow now? Just one
It's
sign?
one per public entrance.
And there's
So the
2,
The way it's set up, there's 2 public entrances because you have one from the south side and then one from the west side.
Okay.
So technically they only need a variance for 2 of the signs because 2 of them will be granted for the wall signs.
okay. All right, any questions for the applicant? I don't think I have anything. I appreciate it. Yeah, just hang around in case we think of something else. Does anybody else want to speak on this one? Okay. Anything else from the city on this issue? I guess I understand. Do we know what the point of this rule is? Is it to prevent people from having like a million signs, like out in front, like, or have it look non-uniform? Is it a clutter? Is that what we're worried about here? Or?
Effectively, this is a revision to the latest sign ordinance. The previous sign ordinance did allow more than one sign. This was the philosophy at the time with the Main Street zoning that came into effect.
Mm-hmm.
I believe this is our 3rd application for a similar type of variance on that. So with that, I will present this to administration to see if this might be at a point to where we should consider revising that ordinance, where we're at on that.
Yeah, was it the Burger King? Is that what I'm thinking of? We did this for Burger King the last meeting.
Mhm.
They were gonna redo the Burger King.
Very explained too.
Yeah, right. So, okay. Anybody have any questions, anything? All right, if not, I'll make a motion to approve this variance, and I think it makes sense. The signage looks fine to me. It doesn't look bad, and it's a busy intersection. 7th Street and Main Street's a busy intersection. You want to have exposure on both sides. If I'm a business, I would want that. So I'll make a motion to approve this variance. Anybody have
I'll
thoughts?
second.
Anybody else? Comments, anything? If not, go ahead and call the roll for a vote.
Mr. McGinnis,
Yes.
Mr. Nzetta,
Yes.
Mr. Zellinger,
Yes.
Ms. Clevenger.
Yes.
Okay, variance is granted.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, our 3rd and final item.
Application ZBOA 26-11, Bruce Connery, 212 Donner Avenue Northwest. A variance requesting a reduced rear and side yard setback as required by NCO 1133.08A for a detached garage to be placed 2 feet from the rear property line and 2 feet from the side property line.
Thank you. The applicant or someone on behalf of the applicant, you're up first. Thank you.
Yes, good evening. I'm Bruce Connery with Buckeye Surveying Services. I'm here representing Aaron and Mike Gilpin. Their property is at 212 Donner. There's an existing garage on the property which is in very bad repair. It needs to be replaced. I have pictures, I have photographs I brought with me if you'd like to see them. I didn't have it ready to.
Yeah, that's fine. I drove by the property. I don't need to see it, but if
I did
anybody else.
also. It's an odd shaped lot too.
Yeah,
It's a very
everybody's seen it?
shallow, so
Yeah.
the situation is, it's a very shallow lot.
Mhm.
And with the placement of the house and where the garage is now, as you can see, it's only 8 inches from the back property line. If we were to replace that garage and conform to the setback lines, there wouldn't be enough room to get the car around the house to get it into the garage. So what we're proposing to do on the proposed slide is it would still violate the setbacks, but we'd put it 2 feet from the rear and 2 feet from the side, so at least we could have access to all 4 sides of the building without having to trespass on the neighbor's property. And it would still give room, although less room, to get a car around the house and into the garage. So
Yeah,
basically, if the lot was as deep as the rest of the lots on the block, that wouldn't be an issue, it would be sitting back farther.
yeah, it's kind of on that curve of that part
Yeah.
of Donner, yeah. Okay,
Um,
dimensions of this garage, are they less, is this garage
It's actually
smaller?
narrower, it's only 18 wide, but it's 20 deep. The existing garage is 20 wide and 18 deep, and 18 feet isn't really deep enough to park anything anymore.
Yeah,
So the proposed garage is 18 wide, there it is, and 20 feet deep.
okay,
And the existing garage is only 15 feet from the back of the house, so the new one would be 11 feet from the back of the house at that one corner. It would still conform to the 10-foot setback from the house, but
yeah,
it's gonna violate the side and the rear setback.
all right. Looks like it's gonna be a fun one to build, just to get everything back in there, and
Yeah.
pretty snug. Any questions or anything?
Wish to speak against, please.
Okay, yeah, any questions for the applicant? Okay. All right, good, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, anybody in favor before go ahead, sir. You go ahead, yeah, thank you. Just provide us your name.
I'd like to have some pictures of the property.
No, I've already seen it.
See it?
Yep, thank you.
My name is Ralph Larson, and we live at 224 Donner, which is adjacent to the driveway. The reason I'm objecting is the property line for this property runs from the edge of the driveway to halfway between a garden that we have and their existing garage, which is maybe not even 2 foot from the garage to our property line. My objection is, my wife and I have lived in this house for 51 years. And in those 51 years, contractors have come and used our adjoining property as a place to put their building supplies. And what I don't want to have happen this time is the large trucks that are gonna come through, they're gonna go up and over our property. I see no other way that they're gonna get around that side door and step, except to drive up over our property. And I'm talking large trucks, because I'm taking for granted they're gonna use a cement truck to lay cement flooring. Building supplies are gonna come in. And like I say, I have no, I can't see how they're gonna do it without coming over our property.
Okay. All right. What was your name again, sir?
Bruce.
Bruce? Yeah, so can you speak to that concern? I mean, are we gonna, I mean, I would not want people using my yard as a staging area, so how are we gonna do this
I
project?
can't speak to what the contractors might do, but the owners are proposing a pre-engineered steel building, which is gonna be less obtrusive than a frame building as far as, it's gonna look nicer than
Yeah,
a frame. It's not gonna take as much construction to install that.
Okay,
But they will be removing the crumbling, deteriorating old foundation in the garage and building a new, as you said, new pad or
yeah,
for the new structure.
yeah, I mean, I like to see garages like this improved, I mean, cause I think it probably, I'm sure it looks like it needs replaced, but
Falling down.
you know, I don't, you know, whoever does the work is gonna, I don't know how to communicate this, but whoever does the work is gonna need to know that if they go onto his property, they're trespassing.
Sure.
I mean, they cause damage, he can sue them for it, and they don't, in fact, he can technically sue them even if they don't cause damage. He probably wouldn't, it wouldn't make sense, but that's a trespass, so, um, sir, I have a question for you. Is their driveway go onto your property line at all? Is there some sort of,
It almost runs parallel up to where it goes into the garage.
yeah,
Like I say, I have a picture here, and it probably will explain it a lot better than that drawing.
yeah,
The picture here, the property line starts right here. And I know this for sure because we've had our property surveyed 3 times.
mm-hmm,
And if this is they found this stake here. The stake back here is questionable, but it's very near.
yeah.
It's just about, you can't see it, but it's like a pole here, but that's the property line there.
Yeah, I can, looking at that and looking at that, I can
Yeah,
kind of see.
Yes,
I mean, I don't like the idea of not giving them the opportunity to improve their property and make a nice looking garage back there, especially one that's not as big as the one that's there now. But I hear you on your concerns. I mean, you know, I guess I would encourage,
I don't wanna have money out of our pocket. We are we are retired.
Yeah.
And I don't want money coming out of our pocket to repair
well,
property that was damaged by somebody else for another purpose.
yeah, I mean, it shouldn't. I mean, if they cause damage to your property, they're liable to you for that.
Yes.
You know,
Which would
and-
also mean I'd have to have a lawyer to do the fighting for
Yeah.
me, and that's gonna cost money also. for us.
usually the city might be able to help work that out, or you guys watch over the project, or, no?
Typically not in property line disputes.
No, but like you're making sure they're not doing anything,
Well,
um,
can't prior arrangements be made for them to agree to fix any damage that they do to your yard?
I would be acceptable with that if it's in writing
Right.
and to my approval. And the work that's been done is to my wife and I's approval.
yeah,
I will be okay with that. But I want something in writing saying they will repair it to our liking.
yeah, I'm not sure, well, I don't think we have the power to say that here, but whether they put it in writing or not, I mean, they're legally liable to you. I mean, the writing is a law that says you're not allowed to come on my property or cause damage to my property without my consent. You know, it's just it's just a trespass law. What is the city, have you guys looked at this, or you have any comments on this request?
Well, I have Julie's gonna put it up on the screen here, but we have the Stark County GIS, and it appears they have plenty of room to do the construction and not infringe on the neighbor. And, I mean, we could, if you were inclined to, place a condition that all work and construction shall remain on site of the property as a condition of approval, if that's the direction the board chooses
Yeah.
to go in.
You know, we'll put a condition, you understand, if we approve this, we'll have a condition that everything's to be all the work is to be done on this property and no adjoining property.
Okay, but will the trucks be able to go back to that far enough back?
Well,
Because there's a step going into the side door that makes trucks come over.
yeah,
And I know it's not gonna be just like a regular pickup truck we drive, it's gonna be large commercial trucks with tandem wheels in the back.
well,
And if
yeah,
they're gonna lay a cement they have to get back to that garage. And that's gonna cause,
If we put this condition on the variance approval, they will have to stay on the property. If they come onto your property, they're gonna be in violation. They'll be trespassing, and then they're not gonna be complying with the variance that's granted. And their representative is here listening to us say this, so not only would I would presume, communicate it to them, but it's gonna be in public record that that's what we're doing. So they're gonna be notified that that's the limitation. They're gonna have to figure out how to do this without going onto your property. And if there's no way to do it, they're gonna have to work something out with you ahead of time.
okay,
Yeah, so, yeah,
Chairman, if I may, to Mr. Connery's point here, the pre-engineered metal building is less construction intensive. Much of the work is done in a factory somewhere.
yeah,
They deliver it. There won't be the typical construction equipment that's there for, say, wood frame. As far as the concrete trucks go, and perhaps Mr. Connery, if you could pass on that it's requested that they use a line pump as opposed to tailgating the concrete.
I was going to suggest that there are
Okay.
pumper trucks that could go that far back.
yeah,
Not
Yeah.
have to-
I've seen that. They're renovating a house next to me, they got big lines. The trucks don't need to go all the way
Yeah,
back, so,
Right.
Yeah.
my question was, if it's prefab building, they still gonna have to drive up over the yard to get that back to the place. I don't see any other way for a large truck carrying a garage that size, even if it's prefab, without going over our property.
And I'm not sure which type of building is going there, but it sounds like Mr. Connery has some additional information there.
The building will come in sections, it's not gonna be pre-assembled.
okay. Well, I mean, they're just gonna,
And I will,
yeah, I mean, if we approve it with this condition, they're gonna have to, figure something out or work with him ahead of time.
I did survey the property. I can mark the property line clearly so that the
Yeah.
contractor can see where it is.
Okay,
You're correct, you've noticed, the pin is actually in the gravel driveway.
Yes.
So the gravel has migrated over onto this property about 6 or 8 inches
yeah,
out of the street.
okay.
But I have surveyed it, I can mark it out clearly.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be a good
Put the
idea.
contractor on notice that
Okay,
cannot cross this line.
all right. Any other questions? All right, thank you, sir, appreciate it. So I would make a motion to approve the variance with the condition that all work be done on the property located at 212 Donner Avenue Northwest, and there be no encroachment, no equipment, no staging, no anything on any other property. So I'll make that motion. We have a motion and a second.
Mr. Anzetta,
Yes.
Mr. McGinnis, Ms. Clevenger,
Yes,
Mr. Zollinger,
Yes. All right, so the variance is approved with those conditions. So hopefully this project can move forward and go without any incidents. But if, it's in the record, so hopefully you guys will work out okay. All right? Is there any other business to come before the board? If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion that we adjourn.
I second, and just all those in favor?